Good afternoon, welcome to the event. Two girls from Maastricht University challenged each other to a run. Who will be the fastest runner and win the race? The girls will run from one tree to the other. Ready, steady, go! Oh no, they finished at the exact same time. We must have a rematch to decide who the winner is. Both contestants are a little exhausted from their first match, therefore both are consuming a Redbull energy drink. As you can see, contestant number 1 is drinking sugar-free Red Bull, while contestant number 2 is consuming regular Red Bull. Both contestants had a 30-minute rest to let the energy drink become effective.
Many minutes later.
Round number 2. Are you ready? We have a winner! As you may have noticed, the participant who drank the Red Bull containing sugar was faster than the participant who consumed the sugar-free Red Bull. In general, one may assume that the drink containing sugar will produce more energy. However, is this also applicable to a person at rest? In the following part of this video, research workers conducted an experiment with the regular Red Bull and sugar-free Red Bull. Consumption of energy drinks has increased dramatically in the last 2 decades, particularly amongst adolescents and young adults. Energy drinks usually help improve physical and cognitive performance for those who consume the drink. For this reason, we have made the following research question. What is the difference between the effects of energy drinks with and without sugar on energy expenditure and carbohydrate use? Another researcher, Nienhuser, found in his research that energy drink consumption increases the resting metabolic rate and carbohydrate use at rest. Based on these results, we hypothesized that the energy expenditure of the participant who had consumed the regular Red Bull is higher than the energy expenditure of the participant who had consumed the sugar-free Red Bull in rest. Carbohydrate use will also be higher in participant who had consumed regular Red Bull. But how was the study conducted? To get the best possible results, the 2 participants had to be as much alike as possible. Both participants were 20 years old, female, and in similar physical health. They followed similar diets and refrained from drinking caffeine or alcohol in the 24 hours before the experiment took place. The test was double-blinded to prevent placebo effects. Both participants drank 2 cans of each energy drink. Pre- and post-measurements of indirect telemetry were performed by ventilated hood measurements, while the students were at rest. The pre-measurement was done within 25 minutes. After the pre-measurements, the participants both drank 2 cans of energy drink. After they consumed the energy drink, the post-measurement started for approximately 1 hour. 3 variables were used to measure the difference between the energy drinks. These were as following. Number 1. Respiratory quotient, which images the balance between oxygen intake and consumption of carbon dioxide. For RQ at baseline, one may notice that participant A has a decreasing trend, while participant B has a steady RQ around 0.98. Using the post-measurements provided in the next table, both participants have a higher RQ and a decreasing trend during the time of the experiment. Secondly, the energy expenditure, which reflects the number of calories burned during the experiment. Both girls show an increase of energy expenditure after the intervention. However, the energy expenditure of participant B is significantly higher than participant A. Our last measurement and second part of the research question reflects the substrate utilization. The substrate utilization of carbohydrates within the pre-measurements in participant A is relatively low compared to the substrate utilization in participant B. After the intervention, both participants have a decreasing trend of substrate utilization as time passes by. However, the substrate utilization in participant B remains higher than in the other participant. The aim of our experiment was to see whether there was a difference in energy expenditure and substrate utilization between an energy drink containing sugar and a sugar-free one. After the experiment, us researchers were let in on the information of who consumed which drink. Participant A drank the sugar-free Red Bull and participant B drank the regular Red Bull. According to our results, we can conclude that the energy expenditure and the substrate utilization increases for both participants. However, when drinking regular Red Bull, your energy expenditure and substrate utilization will be relatively higher. We hope you have enjoyed the video. Thank you all for listening.